Howdy y'all, my name is ChucklesTC and welcome back to my Monoposto Indycar career mode, where today we are headed to the Belgium Grand Prix. We are currently sitting in P4 in the championship standings with 52 points. Connor Zilch is in 5th with 49 points. There are two drivers without points so far this season, Liam Lawson and Nathan Nicholson. And third is our teammate of Cleves McFarland with 70. Jordan Masigie's in second with 82 points, and in the lead is Miles Rowe with 95 points. When we look over to the Constructors' Championship, Chip Ganassi's in 5th with 59 points. Trackhouse is in 4th with 69 points. Abel With is in 3rd with 99 points. Abel Motorsports is in 2nd with 104 points. And we are in 1st, Team 1776 is with 122 points. Now let's load up into the race. Okay, qualifying in the wet here. Let's move our wing setup down to -20 and move our suspension up to 10. Or we're going to be on intermediates, but still. Okay, here underway, and you'll see here some new track sponsors, as this weekend is the Accurate Grand Prix of Long Beach. It's 50th anniversary, so we're throwing those on. Even though Indy Next would not actually race there, we're going to act like they do. And qualifying here is a bit of a struggle. This is a tough track to tame. In my practice session, I did qualify pole once, but that was in perfect dry conditions and I was going fast. And then earlier today when I did a couple test runs, I was 0.08 of a second off one time, and then my second time through, I was 1,000th of a second off. It showed what it shows at the top of the board for Seb off of Jordan Masigie. It showed 0.000. That's how close it was for me getting the pole in my test run earlier today. And us not having the option to use DRS is definitely going to be a struggle here, because that is something I love to use in the qualifying. But we'll see what we can get here. So we're just preserving everything right now. You're getting a bit of a taste of around the track. And when we do move up to IndyCars, you're going to see new sponsors and everything. I'm going to try and do new track sponsors for what track we're going to. The FS1 and some of the stuff will stay the same, but we're on our first flyer here, and the lap's not going to be valid as we go off track. So we're going to be at a lower... We're not going to be pushing this lap, obviously. We still kind of want to set a decent pace, see what we could do if the lap counted. But I've already kind of ruined this lap already. We want to preserve the life in the tires, but these tires are pretty durable. We're just going to be extra careful going into corners, is the bigger concern. We're not going to be whipping it around here trying to set a super fast time, as we're trying to put ourselves into the championship conversations. We have 2 wins on the season, coming at Japan and Spain. 2 tracks that in my past attempts, or my last attempt at doing a career mode in the IndyCars, I struggled at greatly. In Spain, my last career mode I had a huge incident with Will Power, where we lost it in the lead, and then we're parked, and Will Power came and hit us when we were off track. I don't think that video is public right now, because it's embarrassing. But and then Japan, I think we just lost it into one of the walls. It's pretty easy to happen at Japan. Okay, now we're set up for what should be our actual first flyer. We weren't too far off of the fastest lap there when we were doing a slow lap. That first corner is going to be hard, especially at race pace. going around other cars, trying to make moves. And I wouldn't be surprised if on our first lap we will lose a couple positions. We tend to. We're like Lando Norris. We lose positions on the start of races. In real life this week, F1 is headed to the Bahrain Grand Prix. But, I mean, oh well. I already had it on my schedule. I'm trying to do this more to fit IndyCar in the next schedule. And in reality, I should have had this be Silverstone. So that's the second most prestigious F1 race. But this is the third most. And some will make an argument for this being the second most. Because I think that this is a lot more entertaining race than Spa. Or not than Spa, than Silverstone. And I like this track a little bit more. I think that Silverstone works more as a Indy GP replacement. So I don't think we're going to have enough here to move us up anywhere up from P22. Never mind, we are going to. Wow, so we're going to set it 3 seconds faster. I guess. Okay, we're just going to bat into the first corner. We're just going to end qualifying here.
Sorry.
There we go.
Is everything okay?
Nah. Okay. Now we're moving on here. And this is the grid. We qualifying in pole. Jordan Massigi in second. Sebastian Murray in third. Cleese McFarland in fourth. James Rowe in fifth. Your point through Miles Rowe in sixth. Ricardo Escato in seventh. Niles Cullen in eighth. Kyle Collette in ninth. Raul Fernandez in 10th. Connor Zilic in 11th. Dennis Hauger in 12th. Michael DiOrlando in 13th, Morgan Burkhart in 14th, Bryce Aaron in 15th, Liam Lawson 16th, Jack William Miller 17th, Callum Hedge 18th, Sophia Flourish 19th, Jonathan Brown 20th, Nathan Nicholson 21st, and Haley Deegan 22nd. Here's another quick look at our car. Heading now for, I believe we were on dries. I did not really check. So we're going to move our setup back. What was it? Negative 30, negative 20. And we're going to start on the reds. Okay. Thank goodness. So we're about to go underway here from Spa. We get a decent launch. And I'm going to be side by side with Jordan Massigi into the first corner, where we'll actually come out on top. But Sebastian Murray, they're able to take. Oh!
Box as soon as you can.
What in the world? Oh no. This puts everything out of whack as we were wrecked by Jordan Massigi going through, I forget what sector that's called, but going through the super fast hilly section of the track. We're going to go into TV mode here. And we're going to go through the rest of the race, I guess. Just being a broadcaster. Here you see Liam Lawson in those beautiful Visa and Cash App colors. And I am not sure what possibly went wrong for us there. I really don't think that was on me. Ricardo Escato also picks up a penalty on the opening lap. This beautiful Meyer-Shank racing car for Andretti Cape. Miles Rowe's up into fourth. Our teammate of Cleese McFarland up in the third. Nathan Nicholson in 18th. Dennis Hauger had a kind of rough start, got shuffled back. I mean, the front two starters taking themselves out, not even in the first corner, back through this section here that the lead cars are about to be going through. Maybe I was just on a rough line. I might have pinched him through that part. That was crazy. And I forgot to change their colors. Oh no, they were supposed to be in the Ridgeline car. So I guess they're going to run the Ridgeline car next week. Aaron picks up a 5-second penalty under caution for causing a collision. I mean, their tires are already about 10% worn. Even up front. So the yellow is not holding on much better. But the white sure are. He's at 94% worn. This is so sad. I mean, we did nothing wrong. And what was looking like it was going to be at least a good points day, we had no mistakes. We just get wrecked. As this time by, we're going to turn off the safety car and get them back to racing. I understand the safety car won it naturally in this time by, but I want it to. We're going to go ahead and also switch graphics level up to mid. And as we're coming through to start the last sector, we're going to go through and do a field run through. Starting from last, in last technically, ourselves and Jordan Masigi out of the race. Then in 20th, Haley Deegan. In 19th, Jonathan Braun. 18th, Nathan Nicholson. 17th, Callum Hedge. 16th, Liam Lawson. 15th, Jack William Miller. 14th, Morgan Burkhart. 13th, Michael DiOrlando, not Liam Lawson. 12th is Sophia Flourish. 11th is Dennis Hauger. 10th is Bryce Aaron. 9th is Connor Zilich. 8th is Rolf Hernandez. 7th is Kyle Collette. 6th is Nels Colin. 5th is Ricardo Escato. 4th is Miles Rowe. 3rd is Cletus McFarland. 2nd is James Rowe. And then 1st is Sebastian Murray. As once this lead car hits the line, we're going to turn off the safety car. Instead of having them go around one more time. Because I kind of want this to get over with now that I'm not racing. And this safety car is off. They're back green racing. We're on board with Kyle Collette right now. So he is looking fast. And looking to hold position. Oh, we get a great shot there as Kyle Collette is weaving down the back straight. See if we can get an onboard here. Down to the corner. Sebastian Murray sets the fastest sector 1. Morgan Burkhart with a track limit warning, and I clicked on the wrong IMSA driver. Oh, Kyle Collette going a bit off track there. Or not Kyle. Yeah, Kyle Collette was going a bit off track there. As he's looking to make the move on Rolf Fernandez, who's up 1 position from the start. And Kyle Collette will get that position back. And now Connor Zilich making a move on his teammate. He gets it done. We'll pass Bryce Aaron and Kyle Collette. Connor Zilich is moving up in the pack. Ricardo Escato holds on to 5th. Miles Rose picked up another position, is up into third place. And Sebastian Murray sets the fastest sector 3. But Bryce Aaron, now Dennis Hauger sets the fastest lap of a 1:32.983. So we're checking out the back of the pack here. James Rowe gets a track limit warning as Miles Rowe works his way up to P2 on those soft tires, which are now down at 58%. Michael D'Orlando might have the tire strategy as Liam Lawson his teammate is still back in 17th. Our teammate DeCleese McFarland has fallen down to 4th. So this is going to be a bit of a taste of what we're going to be doing next season. Sebastian Murray sets the fastest sector 2. And he is flying up in front with a almost 3-second gap over Miles Rowe, who I want to say right now is in the fastest car. But he's definitely going to be struggling on tires. You see them start to cord. Sophia Flores in 11th, looking to make the position on her teammate at HMD2 of Bryce Aaron. But she's going to go wide. Bryce Aaron went wide, and she's going to take the position over him. No one's going to go into the pits quite yet. But a huge jump there from Connor Zilich, who I guess they were side by side in the corner. He had the inside line. It's hard to see from the onboards what's exactly happening. We'll go here with the TV cam, which I don't entirely like because it keeps focusing on these back cars, which I guess are in a heated battle. Miles Rowe has a track limit warning as he gets forced off by James Rowe. A bit of revenge there. And now Jack William Miller with a track limit warning, as even the yellows are starting to cord now. What about the whites? The whites are still holding on with just under 70% tire wear. But these red tires are getting close. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a driver like Miles Rowe, or especially like Ralph Hernandez or Bryce Aaron, peeling this time by. One of the drivers with penalties, if they try and undercut, they might be able to get something out of it, especially if we have a caution come out on the cycle. But Murray, nothing to worry about as he's a 5-second gap. Look here to see if anyone's happening. And like I called it, Miles Rowe will be peeling in. So we're going to go on board with him for the pit stop. So a couple other cars will be peeling in as well. Basically the whole red fleet, other than a couple of non-takers staggering their pit strategy. But everyone getting their pit stops done smoothly. And the whole field shuffles around. We have one takers onto the white tires after that, and it's Dennis Hauger from Andretti Global. So seeing how good Michael D'Orlando has been able to hold on to these whites as they're just now starting to cord. If he can pull a longer stint here, maybe making it to 9 laps left, throw on a pair of reds for the final couple laps, he's going to be sitting in great position for the end of this race. We look down to Jonathan Brown and sitting in 12th behind Haley Deegan. We'll see how this pit cycle will shuffle drivers up. Nathan Nixon, still looking for his first points of the season, is sitting in 10th. And Liam Lawson, also searching for his first points of the season, has not pit yet, is sitting in P8. He's going to peel in this time by. So his tires are under 20%. So we're going to ride on board with him as he peels in. She won't be doing quite yet. When he does, we're going to peel in for that pit stop. He's going through the final couple corners now. And now the leader pits. Cletus McFarlane is promoted up to the lead. But his tires are getting low too. I recommend that he would pit next time by. He should have pit earlier, honestly. Michael D'Orlando is going to be promoted up to the lead next lap. And Raul Fernandez takes the fastest Sector 3. But Sebastian Murray still holding on to that fastest lap. And he cycles out to the lead. And James Rowe in second with only a second gap between the two. This might become a heated battle. So now it's a 2-second gap. Sebastian Murray is just so much faster than James Rowe today. And James Rowe is going to lose another position. Niles Coulin. And Niles Coulin sets the fastest Sector 1, and I could tell. Niles Coulin is trying to get that extra point, and Ricardo Escato takes the fastest lap from him now. Andretti Global, or not Andretti Global, Andretti Cape teammates are super fast here. And Jack William Miller gets another track limit warning. Who's he racing around? Liam Lawson cycles back to 17th. And now Cletus McFarlane is going to cycle back here to like 8th after doing a long stint on the yellow tires. Michael D'Orlando's, he might pit with him here. That might be the best strategy for him. And he won't. Michael D'Orlando will stay out, but Cletus McFarlane will peel in. It's this long haul down to the final pit box for him. I'll ride on board with him for just a minute. As now Coulin takes the fastest lap. He is up into P3. A bit of a rough entrance there into the pit box. He throws on another set of yellows. Okay. And Sophia Flores sets the fastest Sector 3. The 25.849. Bryce Aaron's up into 9th even with that penalty. He was able to work it all out. But with about half a second gap now between Sebastian and Michael D'Orlando, he might get cycled out of the points here. Because we look at Cletus McFarlane, he dropped down to 13th. With a lot bigger of a gap between him and these positions. He might drop back to about a similar position, honestly. We'll see that battle develop. But there, McFarlane goes off track a bit and then a bit more. So he was looking to make the position. And he makes up 2 in that section there. Now we're back focusing on Jack William Miller. Now on to Connor Zilic. He's trying to make the position on Dennis Hauger. A lot of red cars in this field. And D'Orlando will not peel in this time by. He's going to hold on. And honestly, he might be able to stretch this into just the one tire for the entirety of the race. Yeah, he might drop back to P5 before it's all said and done. But that's going to be a lot better than if he pits. And honestly, if they're going to allow it, I'm going to allow it. Ricardo Escato battling through a heartfelt battle with Bryce Aaron, who's on the softs. Escato on the mediums. James Rowe picks up a track limit warning. He's all the way back in 6th. And Seb has just been able to pick up a huge gap. Because D'Orlando's just holding up the cars behind him. So hard for them to pass him. See on this front straightaway, once they pick up the DRS, I'll expect Niles Coulin to get it done. Because he needs to get it done. But Sebastian Murray is going to drive off to an excellent win here. At least it's looking that way. Coulin is trying to put the battle to Michael D'Orlando. And here, does D'Orlando peel in? No, he does not. He was just forced wide. And Coulin will get it done. Now James Rowe will get it done. D'Orlando drops back to 4th in a matter of a corner and a straight. And now Kyle Collette is going to be giving him trouble. He's going to be looking to make the pass, and he does. D'Orlando is dropping like a rock. Just hold on to it for 2 more laps. You are dropping fast into James Rowe's territory. He's locking eyes on you. Hold on for 2 more laps, and you'll have a top 5 finish. As there's a huge pack here. Up to 9th, and the virtual safety car is out as Liam Lawson wrecks out of the race. And I'm not sure what happens there. But now 3 cars out of the race. This is going to be an interesting finish. If it was a full course yellow, that would have made for a lot better of one. But with what Liam Lawson had to have 3 cars pass him. Nathan Nicholson was looking like he was going to get points, but not a great strategy. And now Sebastian Murray is getting closer to taking that white flag and ending this day. And will Michael D'Orlando be able to hold on to this 1 second gap for 1 more lap around? He's not going to be able to with how close this just closed in. And with the DRS being available to James Rowe, James Rowe is going to look to make the dive into the first corner. And he'll get it done, but there's a yellow flag in Sector 3. His track is cleared there. I'm not sure what it was for. So I guess it must have been for Bryce Aaron. Who has a tire going down. He's going to drop down the field here. He drops down to P19. And now we've seen a tire go down. 12% left on Michael D'Orlando's tire. Will he be able to hold on for about half a lap more? As Nathan Nicholson goes off track there. Oh, and a huge wreck there by Haley Deegan. She's going to slide off track, catching fire. Another car out of the race. Bryce Aaron has both his front tires lit up. All 4 tires are down by Bryce Aaron. What in the world is happening at HMD Motorsports? HMD Motorsports 2 has a tire with all 4 tires down. HMD 1 had a car wreck on the final lap. As we look here to the leader, Sebastian Murray is going to come through the final corners here to take a win on the season and maybe promote himself up to the championship points leader. He's just limping it over here, 35% left on his tires. He's going to have a golden day and a golden finish to the race as the leaders in front of him on the opening lap took each other out. Now his Cullen here is just slowly going over the line. No matching safety car pace. He's going to finish 2nd. James Rowe in 3rd. Kyle Collette comes through 4th. James Rowe 5th. Michael D'Orlando limping his car over 10% tires to 6th. Luis McFarland just behind in 7th. Raul Fernandez in 8th. Connor Zilich in 9th. Ricardo Escato in 10th. Morgan Burkhart with tires down all over as well. All 4 tires down for him. I'm guessing he just lost the position to Escato. He'll come through to finish 11th. If he can hold on to it. He's sliding a bit. And Dennis Hauger is going to finish behind him in 12th. Sophia Flourish in 13th. Callum Hedge in 14th. Jacqueline Miller 15th. Nathan Nicholson in 16th. What's his name, bro? In 17th. Bryce Aaron will come through to be the last finisher once he finally limps his car around in 18th. Then Haley Deegan 19th out of the race. Liam Lawson 20th out of the race. Haley Deegan, we actually cut to that wreck. So that was a cool one to see. Then Jordan Masigi finishes 21st after causing that first lap incident and picking up a penalty with us. And we finished 22nd, first car out of the race. And Bryce Aaron will finally come through and cross the line. And there you see Sebastian Murray is your race winner. On the podium with him is Niles Colin and Miles Rowe. Four cars retire from the race, and 2 cars finish the race with tires down. And we are sitting in 5th in the championship standings as Miles Rowe has 110 points, and Jordan Massigi with 82. Cleese McFarland with 76. Niles Colin with 54 takes 4th place over us as we have 52 points, and Connor Zolich is up to 51 points. Michael D'Orlando with 38, Sebastian Murray with 37, James Rowe with 28, Raul Fernandez with 24 points, tied with Jonathan Brown for 10th, Colin Hedge with 22 points, and 12th, Kyle Collette with 20th, Sophia Flores with 18, Bryce Aaron with 17, Morgan Parkert with 16, tied with Haley Deegan for 16th place, Ricardo Escoto with 13, Dennis Hager with 9, and Jacqueline Miller with 4, and then Nathan Nicholson and Liam Lawson both with 0 points on the season. As we go and look at the Constructors' Championship, we still hold on to the lead with 128 points, but Abel Waith closing in 114 points, and there you see Abel Motorsports with 104 points just behind in 3rd. Andretti Cape has 50 points, and let's look at where Sebastian Murray is. He's in 8th with 37 points on the season. Wow, that's his first win of the season, and it was in dominant fashion. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe, and come back next episode. We race at Abu Dhabi, and hopefully we will not wreck it out on the opening lap. Thank you all. Hope you have a good one. Peace.